Well, how many of you are like me, though? And you find yourself thinking things like this. You know, I know the right thing to do, but doggone it if I don't forget about it when I get in the thick of it with my kids. You know, I have the skills, but they slip away. Or how many of you have ever had a day where you just said to yourself, you know, I've got a lot of good skills for handling kids in a positive win-win way, but today, I'm not going to use them. I mean, once in a while, that's okay. You just have fun with it. But how do you make it simple so you can actually do it? Just memorize one empathetic statement. Yeah, write it on sticky notes. Post it up all around the house. So you're walking around the house, and what do you see? How sad. In fact, you wake up in the morning on the alarm clock, it says, how sad. You go in the bathroom, you look in the mirror, what does it say? How sad. Lift up the toilet seat.
Kids with ADHD or autism want to be independent. Try Goalie, the visual scheduler that guides them through routines so you don't have to. Goalie, reinventing routines.
How sad. I was doing a presentation for, this toddler, age kids, and this woman stands up, she says, no, I can't do that because the kids will see it and they'll know what's going on. We need a moment of silence. The kids are only 3 for crying out loud. They can't read yet. Okay. Now, I think we can all agree that very few of us have a lot of extra time and energy at the end of the day to memorize complicated strategies for handling misbehavior. There's good news. There's really only 3. There's really only 3 basic techniques for handling misbehavior with little kids. I'm talking about kids that are small enough to carry safely. Now, what's technique number 1? What did the parents in Albuquerque Airport do? They changed their location. So technique number 1 is change your location. Right? Are there 2 different types of parents in every grocery store? Now, have you seen some parents that are constantly stuck in one spot with their kids? Yeah, they're moving down the aisle, and then the kid sees something. They gravitate to it. They go into a trance, and where the parent's saying, no, you put that back. And they go, but I want it, I got it. No, that costs too much money. You can't have that. Besides, that's going to break, and you don't want that. And how much shopping are they getting done? And is their kid having a fit right there? Yeah, okay. There's another type of parent who has learned the key to shopping with young kids. And actually, I learned the key to shopping with young kids. One time I was behind an 18-wheeler driving up to Wyoming. And on that mud flap, it said this: keep on trucking. Keep on trucking.
For families living with ADHD or autism, preventing meltdowns is everything. Goalie reduces stress by enabling kids to complete routines independently. Goalie, reinventing routines.
It did not have the chrome ladies. It said, keep on trucking. And I thought to myself, that fits perfectly within the grocery store, because there's some parents that are always doing this. They keep moving. And when the kid is transfixed, what are the parents doing? Yeah, they're hiding behind the aisle. There's nothing more exciting and joyful that will warm your heart more than seeing a little kid who suddenly thinks they're lost in the store. And the kid catches up, right? And then when the kid catches up, the wise parents look at him and say, oh, my goodness, it's great to see you. You know, it's always a good day when you go home from the grocery store with the same number of kids you brought in. You know, that's a good day. All right, give me 5, right? Is this kind of a different attitude, though? I mean, do a lot of kids train their parents to believe that the parent's job is to watch them in the store? But are there some parents that are smarter and they figure out how to teach the kid that it's the kid's job to watch the parent in the store? Yeah. And now sometimes the kids will take things. Now, the wise parents, what do? They believe in strategic fit timing. Strategic fit timing. Now, what does that mean? Are kids going to have fits? Is there any way to stop them from having fits? Not really. I mean, you can cut down on them, but kids are going to have fits. That's what they were put on earth to do, to have fits. The question is, when do you want them to have their fits? Do you want them to have their fit when you're trying to shop and you're not done yet? Yes or no? Or would you rather, if you had a choice, have them have their fit when you're finished shopping? Yes. Okay. So some parents just decide to do this. As the kid is putting things in the cart, they're saying things like this. Well, honey, how are you going to pay for that? Well, I don't have any money. You're going to buy it. Well, you've got plenty of time to think about it. Don't worry about it. And they just keep moving. And they get up to the checkout counter. Of course, they find the nastiest, meanest looking checkout person. And they put their stuff right here, and they say to the checkout person, my son's going to ask you, well, he wants his stuff. I don't know how he's going to pay for it, but I'll let you guys work it out. Will the kid have a fit? Absolutely, but you're done shopping.
Kids with ADHD or autism want to be independent. Try Goalie, the visual scheduler that guides them through routines so you don't have to. Goalie, reinventing routines.
Now look at me. Do you think I look like the person who would actually do something like that to a child? Yeah. And have fun with it, too. Okay. So change our location. How about a kid who's whining at you? I mean, sometimes you can head for the bathroom. I mean, I know some parents that head for the bathroom. And they go in the bathroom, and they lock the door, and they got this little kid on the outside. I even have a friend who has fun with it. Little boy's knocking on the door, and what does she say? Ooh, honey, you don't want to come in here now. Woo-hoo! Of course, that's the key to any man's heart. Potty jokes, right? I saw my mother, Grandma Shirley. I have them, you know what? I say to people, my mom, remember Aunt Bee? Andy Griffith's show? And they say, no, she can't be like that. And then after they meet my mom, they say, she's just like her. But I saw her handle a fit. Yeah, here's Mark, he's having a fit. He's having a major fit. We're over at her house. What does she do? She looks down at him, she puts her hands on her hips like this, real motherly, and she says, she's got a foot tapping too, and she said, I am so disappointed in you. Your last fit was a whole lot better. Stepped right over him, kept moving. I see this little kid, he's looking at him, he's like, wait. Just read his mind. She's not doing it right. Now, would Grandma have been so successful if she got angry and frustrated? No. How about if she got down like this on her knees and she had a counseling session with him? Have you ever seen a psychotherapy session in the parking lot of Walmart? Oh, honey, it's okay. You don't have to be so upset about this. No, it's all right. I understand you've got big feelings. Give me a break. Here's the basic rule here. When our kids misbehave, the more words we use, the less effective we become. Why? Because they groove on all that pizzazz, don't they? If they can't get the positive attention, they'll go for the negative attention. So I'm going to say that again because it's that important, right? When our kids act up, the more words we use, the less effective we become. We take the action, let our action do the teaching.